Hello, everyone, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget, give us a little thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend. Welcome to all of our new subscribers, people who've joined the tribe. Welcome. We hope to see you in the live chat and in the comments section with the replay crew. Um, Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to our review of Married at First Sight Australia Season 12, Episode 23 and 24. Jamal, this going to be a quickie, according to you?
Based on because the episode, if you break the episodes down, the only interesting episodes were about was the fight, right? And the start of the fight was basically at the girls and guys night, and then at the dinner party. There was really, to me, there was nothing else in between. I hate to say this, but y'all really could have cut out like half of each episode and been done with it.
True.
But there wasn't much.
The same fight started from the girls' night, carried on to Campfire night, the last night of the what you call it.
Yes.
And
final drinks.
Right. And then at the dinner party. So we was just fighting over something stupid. Lauren. We started off with Lauren.
Well,
then
okay, now hold on. Technically,
it turned into betrayal.
No, technically, the fight started over Clint. If we want to talk about it.
Everybody was sticking up for him, though. Everybody, they were like, he's a really great guy. You're not giving him a chance. Oh my God.
They didn't give a damn about Lauren. It was just like, okay, Clint's a nice dude. He deserves it. And the funny thing is, though, the dudes just gave up about it. They was just like, you know what?
Well, you know what? Better. They had a different viewpoint because they thought that Lauren was running him.
Right. They're like, you deserve much, much better.
And they were trying to warn him. They were saying, when you guys leave, she's leaving you.
When Dave broke that fourth wall on his talking heads, like, I gotta talk to you for a minute. And he said what he had to say, but we jumped ahead, though. That just tells you.
I know, but I got something to say about that because that was super messy.
Well, who better, though? Like, who better to do it than Dave?
Dave, oh my God. I just was not expecting of him to be the run go tell. It's just very odd.
But he and his wife are just the same. They quick to run back and debrief people on shit. So like, I'm not shocked. But okay, with the girls' night, the girls' night for me, I understood where each party was coming from, and I'm going to preface this: Reek is on my nerve now. She's on my nerve.
Why?
All right, so I'm going to get there. I might skip around a little bit. Sorry, everyone. So remember they were all trying to talk to Lauren, and ask her what's going on. He's a great guy. You're missing an opportunity. All that stuff. Then Lauren gets like this prissy and like, I'm better than you. Your opinions don't matter. Blah 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 blah. Right? She leaves. Karina and Ree go behind her. Jamie's pissed. And I didn't understand why Jamie was so pissed, but she was pissed the fact it was like her two closest friend running after someone who offended all of them. Okay, I get that. I really do. All right. Lauren and, coming up with some crocodile tears. Karina and Rhea are buying this for some reason. I guess for storyline. Okay, keep moving. But then the other girls are in there and they're talking. I love Beth. Beth just says what it is. She's a bitch. She thinks she's better than everyone, blah, blah, blah. All that good stuff, right? So Lauren comes back in with Rhea and Karina. Jamie's pissed. We finally understand why Jamie's pissed later on, probably next episode. But I was confused in the moment. Why are you so mad at them? I get they were going to comfort someone who they didn't want her to be by herself, meaning Lauren. And I understand that. But Jamie, again, makes a great point. She's been rude, offensive, and she's offended all of us. The key word there was all of us, right? So I'm like, okay, I can see all sides, but I lean more towards Jamie, even though she's being kind of loud. I get it. I get it.
But before you go further, I think
Yeah,
what further aggravated Jamie was when Ree and Karina and Lauren were outside and she heard them laughing. I
yeah.
think
She
that
did say that.
further incited her. Like, what is going on? How are y'all out there cracking jokes with this woman who just insulted us?
Exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, so we can move past that. That was the girls in part. We covered the guys party for the most part. They were just chilling back, having a great time. Trying
Mm-hmm.
to talk some sense into Clint. He was just it was just not going through for him. I was like, okay, Clint, you poor thing. You'll find out when they roll that bean footage back. But okay. So guys' night was kind of like a rally around Clint type of thing, and then them coming like, okay, he's not gonna listen to us. So I think it was after. Then we move on to what it was. It was the final drinks, right?
Yeah, out on the lawn by the fire.
Yes, final
Yeah.
drinks. Now
Uh-huh.
the first part of that segment was when Jackie and Ryan. So Jackie, before all that, during the retreat, Jackie asked like, my man talking about he can't have sex in the morning because he needs his testosterone for the gym. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And and Jackie was on the get back. Um, she was on her get back for Ryan. Yeah, all that stuff, right? So that happened. I'm going backwards a little bit because Ryan confronts. Uh, Oh no, Beth confront. No, that was last episode. I'm going backwards. I'm skipping ahead, like going back to the Lord. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. My apologies. Where are we at? With final drink. So they're all around the campfire. And here's the problem with this. Clint and Lauren have me agreeing with Adrian. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, hell has frozen over. They're eating popsicles, and I'm sitting here like, go Adrian. This is so sad. This is the depths Lauren has sent us to, and they're going back and forth. Jamie and all them. Now talking about Lauren was this, Lauren's that. Lauren, I didn't say that. I didn't say
Mhm.
that. And I'm like, oh man, it's on tape. So okay, we gonna lie. Fantastic, love that for you. What? It was pretty much like the same argument for the most part, but it was mostly for
Mhm.
me, for what I can recall, it was mostly between Jamie and Lauren at this point, with a little bit of Dave trying to like, you know,
Well, Dave, from what I can remember, because I think the episode that I watched on Daily Motion cut out this campfire thing, so I saw it on other
oh, gotcha.
reviews.
Hmm.
But basically, it seemed like okay, so Lauren and Clint was sitting opposite Jamie and Dave, and Lauren and Clint was just like standing up for each other, just like no, we don't believe you. That's not what we said. Da 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 da. And throwing out, disparaging comments towards the rest of the crew. And Jamie was sitting in her chair, but pointing her finger and with her loud voice was arguing. Apparently, Clint said some sort of insult, and Dave stood up,
No,
which, or
yeah,
was it Dave stood up first? I don't know. Dave stood up,
Dave
which
stood up.
accelerated
Oh,
it.
what it was is like Clint told Jamie to sit the fuck down and shut up. That's
Hmm.
what it was. That's what
Yeah,
it was. That's when I'm like,
yeah.
Dave, sit down, Dave. Like, don't do nothing. They got securities around there.
And Dave is super big. He could take down a couple of security, but
Yes.
he got up and mm, so that was the whole meltdown at the campfire. So this is just going beyond. This is just going beyond being insulted as a group because Jamie is now taking this personally.
Right.
And she is of the opinion that nobody backed her. And she comes out and she fights for everybody. Nobody told you to do that, Jamie.
That was my point there. Like, I get it, Jamie. Grant, you were trying to do the right thing about everybody, but nobody asked you to do that.
Okay, so Tracy says, exactly, Jamal, what in God's name is happening here when Adrian starts making sense? First of all,
I
he
was
got
mad
that
at that.
tongue to start working. And this goes to show you he is truly devious. I think he knows what he's doing because he does this himself. And that's why he can speak on it so well. You
And
see what I'm
Jamie even said
saying?
it though. Remember the previous episode? Jamie's like Adrian and I are on the same side, so hell has frozen over.
Yep. Yep. He knows what he's talking about because he does this. And that's why he sounds so intelligent while saying it, because it's like, well, damn, what? You don't want to be on his side because this is what he does. He's an expert on it.
It was just
Um,
I'm not on his side. I was just annoyed that Lauren put us to the point where we had to agree with him.
But you
That's
had
why
to be on his side because you were in agreement. Like
I
he was
know.
making sense of the two. You're just like, what? Well, Adrian, yes, what you said just now makes sense.
I
You
couldn't
know,
believe it.
it's a valid argument what he was saying. But I also took it as you laid this out way too easy and way too clean. That's because you do it too, my friend. Hello, Farmata.
But
Good
in his
night, my
defense,
dear.
he does do it kind of well though. Like
Uh-huh.
he like you up here making sense. Like I can't do it. I can't do it.
Facts about Adrian. Yep. Tracy says, I have no respect for Clint anymore. He's just trying to get laid. He doesn't need to act as childish as Lauren, but it only gets worse. Well, here's the thing. I don't think it's I think he is really trying at the relationship, but cannot see that she is checked out.
He
And
yes.
because he was, raised, I guess he was raised well. He seems like a decent fella. This is what all the guys are saying. He's a decent fella. And she's looking for this alpha, and he's trying to be it. And unfortunately, he's doing it for the wrong person. But he just goes from Lauren to Crazy Eyes. So I guess his picker isn't that good. I know what you mean, Jamal. He was making sense. Not so much his side. I was on his side in the argument. I was on his side in the argument. I was on everybody's side at the boys' night, with the exception of Paul, because he ain't saying nothing. But I was on everybody's side at the boys' night, with the exception of Clint. Clint wasn't making any sense. Like he had not rose-colored glasses, but he had on total blackout glasses with regards to Lauren, and the rest of the dudes was telling him so. I'm kind of disappointed in Clint. Yeah, I think we all are. I think we all are. How did this debacle end?
Jamie gets up. I think Clinton and Lauren get up and walk off, and then Jamie and Dave get up because Jamie was done, and she was like, yeah, Jamie was. Oh, Lauren walks off. Jamie's done, and they all like ambush the boys' night. No, we're after that. No, we're at the sorry, good grief. They mixed together in the same setting. We're after the sit down. I think Jamie and Dave leave. Lauren and Clint leave, and then Jamie and Dave get up, if I recall correctly. Sorry guys.
See, I think I have like, um, see, I think mine was cut and spliced. I got a bad. I couldn't get on to the Walt Disney Company channel.
Mm.
And mine ended with Jamie and Dave going downtown Byron Bay to buy crystals. That
I'm trying to
was,
think. I mean, I remember the crystal shopping.
yeah.
I think you might be right. I do remember the crystal shopping, but I didn't care about that. I mean,
I didn't see that campfire scene at all in the episode that I watched.
oh yeah, yeah,
So, and it
it was
was a
good.
short one. It was under an hour. And I was like, why is this so short? Hold on. He goes in just like her though, calling everyone names, just stupidly coming out of his mouth. He does. Because he's mimicking her. He's mimicking Lauren, seeing if that would make her happy.
Right, and the guys were telling him like, dude, you're only doing this because of her.
Mm-hmm.
And when he sees that footage, I'm like, you gonna look real stupid.
Yep. Jamie was doing too much though. She decided to go in so hard. That's on you, Jamie, not the other women. Yeah. I think at the girls' night it was reasonable. But it was too many people asking Lauren questions that she did not want to answer or did not like responding to the people she was talking to. She just didn't want to be there, period.
Period.
And so it just came over incorrectly. I don't think that Ree and Karina should have been outside making fun of the other girls inside either, calling them bogan, that stupid term that she has that's an insult or whatever. Like they were outside laughing at her talking badly about the other girls. Come on
Right.
now. You
Now
went
this is
out
the
there to make sure she was okay, not to kiki with her.
that's part one of my issue with Reed. That's part one. Part two, part two is the next episode where she goes to talk to Lauren to tell her like, I don't support your behavior. Some of the words you use were not nice. Yeah, yeah, all that stuff. Right? You
Mm-hmm.
go to but when she was talking to Lauren, she kept her saying the girls. Like she
Mm-hmm.
wasn't included in all that. I'm like, ma'am, she was talking about all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's on purpose or not, she was talking. She made a general statement about there are a bunch of drunken fools, a drunken bogans, blah blah blah. And you weren't standing next to her when she said that. You were in there with the other girls. You've been hanging out with the other girls like Athena, Karina, Jamie. You were part of that group. So for you to sit in her house and talk about like the words you use uh for the girls, like, ma'am, she was talking about you too, and that's the second issue I have with Reed. No, you don't. No, no, no. You can't exclude yourself from a situation because you think you're cool with this girl, but yet we ain't never seen you hang out with this girl. Are you serious? Get out of
Mm-mm.
here. Get out of here.
Okay, so Tracy says, I'm too old for all that mess. Like Jamie, I've been the one with the big mouth. Don't say anything, Debbie. Me? Why would I say anything? Not me. You
I
have
got
a big mouth, Tracy? Never.
like I said, I understood. I understood where Reed was trying to do and blah blah blah. But when we fast forward to the dinner party, I agree with Jamie. I don't care what you said behind closed doors. You didn't defend me publicly. Don't defend me privately when you can't defend me publicly. Don't do that.
Well, here's the thing. I was telling you this earlier. At the beginning of the dinner party, when Jamie was laying out why she was upset, I was on her side. But as it escalated with Karina, because Karina's argument wasn't really making sense to me, I'm very sorry. Because here's the thing, you are over here talking about mean girls and bullying and all of that, and yet you up in the apartment with that, meaning Paul, who just punched a hole in a wall and or a door. So you okay with that? But you're sitting here calling your so-called friend a mean girl and a bully and said that she was unnecessary and very aggressive in how she was coming across.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, if it was anybody else at that table saying it, I would have agreed with it, with the exception of Karina, because she made every excuse in the book for Paul last week on that couch on Sunday night. But yet she couldn't give an inch for Jamie. Because the same way that Ree sat there, Ree looked like she was having a heart attack at one point.
Yes.
But she actually sat there, and I feel what she said is true about how she is. She reacts, and then
Yes.
afterwards she thinks about it and she recalculates and she tries to make up for what she did. And I can understand that because at least she's taking accountability for her actions. She's reflecting on it and she's trying to make amends. She might be a little slow, but we ain't going to deduct no points for being slow. At least she's taking accountability, which is more than most of the people do at this table. And she, as the argument between Jamie and Karina was escalating, she was about to melt down internally. And I give her credit for owning up to the situation and apologizing for not being there for Jamie in the moment. She did not mean to hurt her. Where Jamie lost me was where she pointed that red finger and said, "There you go. That's it." As if she won something. Like her sole focus at that point of the argument was just to prove that she was right.
Mm-hmm.
And she
But
lost me.
but see, here's the thing though. Jamie was consistent because Jamie said the whole night that she was right. She thought it was clear.
Mhm.
They were wrong. I was right. All she had to tell Karina is like, look, Karina, this is the situation. I'm hurt because you didn't stand for me in the moment. All I'm looking for is a little support. That's it. But like you said, but Jamie went in determining to make sure everyone knew she was right, and she trampled Karina. Now, do I think Jamie should have went her that hard? Was it necessary? Not really. I think once Karina was making excuses for her behavior and not backing Jamie, Jamie should have done what she did at the end and just say, like, you know what? I know where I stand. I'm good. We're good. Keep it moving. That's what she should have done. Like instead of going,
Mhm.
like trying to like browbeat Karina into the ground, and the poor girl got up and started crying. I'm like, here's my thing with Karina. Karina, baby, you were fighting back. You were kind of holding your own, kind of.
Mhm.
Never let someone else see you sweat like that. Never let someone else make you cry. You sit there, you sit in it, you defend your position, and you just keep defending your position until you don't feel like it anymore. But you went off crying because your feelings got hurt. Well, I understand that. But Jamie's feelings were hurt because Lauren insulted all of you. You went to go look after her, and then, like you said, y'all was out there kikiing with her as she was making after she just got done talking about all y'all. That's the
Mhm.
problem there. That's Karina. Karina, yes, Jamie should see your side, and I understand that. But the overarching issue is like you can't articulate your point.
Because you mean Karina, right?
Yes.
The reason why Karina can't articulate her point is because she is used to just being pretty and on her back. That's why she went running crying to production, because that's what she always does when somebody doesn't like her, comes against her, or she's not, getting her own way. Karina, in my opinion, is on here trying to be a wannabe influencer.
Agreed.
She has gotten some dressmaker designer in Australia to provide her with all of these ugly tacky looking dresses. Last night's was atrocious with that hood on her head that she was struggling the entire argument to keep on her head. She was aggravating the snot out of me because it started off with her trying to keep her little tatas inside of the dress. And then at the dinner, she was trying to keep the hood on. And quite honestly, it looked better with the hood off.
Yes, it did.
And I
And
was just transfixed on that. So I really wasn't listening to the dog piss that she was spewing out of her mouth, because her argument was null and void for me. It really was. It
now
really was.
I do want to shift to what is the comment? Tracy said, but I don't expect others to blah blah blah. Okay, I don't expect others to have my back. I just have to go like that. I just realized who my girls are at that point. But then again, I come from age and experience.
Mhm,
Exactly. Tracy says, I disagree. I don't think Karina was wrong with the mean girl comment. They just needed to move on. Okay, that's her opinion.
mhm,
Now Jamie just needs to disagree and move on the F on already. Yes,
mhm,
Debbie, that's exactly how I felt about Jamie the entire time. That's why that's why I didn't like about her case. While I don't see Karina the same, I agree with you, Miss Debbie, about Karina. It remind me of the bodyguard. Now, I want to move on from Karina to Veronica. See, again, with age and wisdom, you sometimes you should sit stuff out.
Yeah.
Sit stuff out. Sit stuff out. Veronica, see, you jumping in the mess now brought your mess out. And in her defense, she went to Lauren at the very beginning to get some
Mhm.
insight. So I'm not mad at her about that. But instead of saying, no, I didn't do that, just say, no, what it was is we were struggling. I needed some insight. And then the only person who had any insight for me was Lauren. And to Elliot's defense, he was correct. Why would you go to someone who speaks only negative things about me?
Because I want all the negative stuff to fight against you.
Well, yes, but I'm just saying, I did understand where he was coming from in that.
Yeah, I understood where he was coming from with that, but I know I'm a petty bitch. And if I know somebody don't like you, I'm gonna find out why. And
Well,
then I'm gonna
true.
probably use it against you later on down the road.
You said you call it petty, I say reconnaissance. Anyway,
But
so
we on the same page.
right, know thy enemy or soon to be enemy. So Veronica stepped in it. Now her and Elliot are in the best of places. But Elliot, at the end of the day, you need to understand, like, this woman does not know you. You already have a past on the same show. So her trying to do her due diligence, I'm not gonna hold her feet to the fire too much for that. I'm not.
But honestly, if your ex-wife is there on the show and it didn't work out, I would want to know why. I would want to know why, especially considering that we look like family.
True.
Someone said they had
True.
looked like cousins on one of these shows. I was just like, oh my god. Um, I no, I it would be curiosity on my point. To be completely honest, I would want to know what happened and did it really only last 2 days and why? What was the reason? Like, what did he say? And then I would go back and ask him and see if the stories, match up. And then I would create my own because they probably don't. Um,
Oh,
they're
I do
all
want to.
tugging. Yes, yeah, they are.
I do want to go back to real quick. What did
Mm-hmm.
you think about the situation between Ryan, TJ? Ryan basically confronts TJ about what Beth said. TJ is
Mm-hmm.
like, why are you talking about what my wife said? What? Okay, I want to know your thoughts now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay with Ryan going to TJ? Or should Ryan have gone to Beth? I want to hear your thoughts as a woman.
In old school things, men would approach men on that and
Okay,
talk
that's
men
where I'm
on that.
at.
Um, if in the moment Ryan had a problem with what Beth had said, because you had explained what she had said, I there would have been nothing wrong for him to say. I didn't think he should have said that was classless. I think he could have said, "Wow, okay, I choose not to talk like that, especially with my wife present. But okay, can you excuse us for a moment? Because I was having a conversation with my wife privately." And I would have
Okay,
excused her. And then I would have talked to her husband about it. Like, the thing is with me, though, because I don't have a husband, for another man to talk to, they got to come and talk to me.
hmm
So if you got a problem with me, come and talk to me. And then if I have a problem with you and I think I'm owed an apology, I'm gonna be like how Beth was at the cocktail party and go up to him and say, I heard you had a problem with me. What's the issue? I think I deserve an apology because you said I was classless because I was telling you that you was a punk. Basically, she is operating at the cocktail party as a single individual who has to stand up for themselves, right?
Agree.
She's not used to having a plus one.
True.
But once you get
That
used
stays
to
the night.
having that plus one,
That stays tonight.
The two men need to talk to each other, and like the two women would need to talk to each other about the husband. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's protocol once you get into
Mm.
a plus one situation.
Now, I do believe in old fashioned things that, men should approach men in these type of situations. I do believe in that. But just because things can go really, really left, because the energy between men, the way men, like I've always said this, the way men fight and the way women fight, two different things. Now, going back to the initial conversation, in this situation, Ryan, if you had an issue with what Beth said, you should have ate her up in this moment. I say that because of this. Now, I might be real kind of rude right now, and this might be an unpopular opinion. No one was talking to Beth. Jackie and Ryan were talking privately, which is why they went away from the group to have their conversation. Beth and was it Ree? Y'all went over there to insert yourself. And after Beth said what she said, I looked at Beth. I was wrong. Like, okay, Beth, okay. Since we're talking about the pussies over here, how is yours doing? So, ma'am, you haven't had a relationship before. Was TJ your first? Were you out there slinging puss in the streets of Melbourne for free? Let me know. Let me know how it's done. I'd have been that dude.
It's the risk you take. It's the risk you take when you go and butt your nose in where it don't belong.
Yes.
Right? Honestly, I don't think he should have said it was classless. I think he should have said, just excuse me, please. This was a private conversation.
Agreed.
And excuse her. But you see what Ree does? Ree be up at everything, but let other people lead the charge.
Yeah.
And she be standing back like she waiting for the casualties to fall, and she's a medic. She's going in afterwards in the aftermath and with a bandage and some rubbing alcohol. And that's what that is. She is annoying with this, but she's struggling for camera time, so leave her alone.
Because she and Jeff are boring. I told you that.
They are. But Jeff is refusing to get involved in anything other than giving really insightful comments when they're most needed.
Yes.
But I like that Ryan approached TJ about it, but he did it incorrectly. Right. TJ handled it better than Ryan did, because TJ shut him down and said, don't apologize to me. You need to apologize to my wife. And it showed me that TJ knows how to be in a relationship and Ryan does not. Ryan doesn't even know how to handle regular friendships.
He doesn't. Ryan is very socially inept, and he's lacking emotional intelligence. I was like, wow, sir. Either if you had your chance to confront Beth head on because she butted her nose in your business, you could have handled her there. And then had he handled her then and there in real time, I would have had no issue. But the simple fact is, you're gonna go back to her husband and try to tattletale on her. Like, what's he gonna do? He's not gonna do anything.
Okay, so Tracy has a point. People would have complained that he shouldn't approach a woman that way. It's true. There's a better way, but I was shocked how Ryan explained it and apologized very well when confronted by Beth, because he ain't had no fucking choice. Because Beth got bigger balls than he do.
The way she popped up over to that couch real quick. Okay, let me talk to you. I was like, I'm not mad at you.
Yep, and he wasn't expecting that. He thought he was gonna get through that evening and not say nothing to her. But she popped up like the single woman she is, who is used to confronting people like this at the salon, dealing with difficult clientele, and that's how she handled Ryan. Ryan got handled. He is inadequate. He needs more life experience. Bless his little heart.
And he's 36 too. That's the killing part about him.
I know. But again, he seems in his head to think that he's this warrior leader. And look, he comes up on TJ, who's 10 years younger than him or something like that. And TJ handed him his ass without even like actually looking at him.
I'm sorry, but Ryan couldn't leave my conga line. I'm sorry, no. That's how bad he is.
He might be a nice person who means well, but I agree with you. There's a social ineptness in him that is staggering at his
But have,
age.
but have you noticed, like, he gets handled by everyone who confronts him?
Yes,
Like,
but it's a
and it's
war.
not close. And it's not close.
Nope. Nope. And every day and every night, Jackie is handling him too.
Oh, definitely. Until she gets to Clint's mansion.
Oh my gosh.
Just saying.
Oh
Go Jack. Go Jackie.
my god. Um, let's see what else is. Oh, I love Jeff. He had a comment in during the argument. He says he's so uncomfortable because he wouldn't have handled the situation like this. The experts are going against Jamie. They say that her communication style is very aggressive, but it wasn't aggressive when she was doing y'all dirty work, was it?
Thank you.
Mm.
And
And
Jamie said
why?
that. But Jamie said
Listen,
that though.
huh?
Jamie said that. She's all, it's okay for me to be loud when I'm for you and go and like protecting you, but when it's not for you, it's a problem. I'm like, yep.
Yep, yep. But all of this is going down at the dinner party. And where are Lauren and Clint? At home in the apartment doing TV dinners. Wow. Clint really wanted to go to the dinner party, but she said no, so he had to stay home. How did
Exactly.
production let them stay home? Interesting. No one has ever missed a dinner party before.
No, they've walked out, but they've never missed.
Uh, um, yeah, and Elliot feels betrayed by Veronica, but what's new? What's
Exactly.
new? Um, Athena and Adrian say that, oh my God, this part aggravated me.
I didn't care.
Athena, but Athena says that when she wrote um, Stay, she regretted it so much. Or was it when she wrote Leave? Something that she wrote,
Stay.
she regretted it within
When she wrote
24
stay.
hours after. Mm-hmm. There was 24 hours of something that they connected. Oh, it was 24 hours of whatever it was of regret, but then they connected straight away. And I said, which is shorthand for he fucked her. This is how he
Thank
gets
you.
over on her.
Exactly. Exactly. But she
I'm
said she was there
so
for the sex
disappointed in
though.
her.
But she said though, she said like, she was there for the sex. She said that. I'm like at this point I'm like, you get what you get.
How is her son gonna see this? Jesus. After the big argument, everyone's exhausted. Jamie and Dave go and sit down in the lounge and talk privately. Jamie, I guess, is seeing who her friends are and who they aren't. And yeah, Karina's backstage crying like a bitch. That's the episode. I'm so disappointed in this season.
Yeah, this is bad. This is not a good season.
We had better seasons during COVID.
I was tuned in.
I'm just so upset with this. Like, come
Because the
on.
characters, remember we talked about this yesterday. I think the characters are flat, which is ruining the show.
Clint has lost his balls. Did he have any to begin with? Did he? Um, handled for sure. Oh my god. Well, anyway, y'all, that's the episode. Some of these people gotta go.
Yep.
There's way too many people on here. Can you imagine
Yes.
how long the commitment ceremonies are going to be at the end of the season? Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
Uh-uh.
Like who is on here that we need to go?
Jackie and Ryan gotta go. They definitely gotta
They're
go.
gonna make it
Athena,
to the end. I'm telling you, they're gonna
I
make
know
it
they
to
are.
the end.
They have a pact. We know they have a pact. The text messages are coming out. They have a pact. but they need to
Hold on.
go.
Let me pull this up. We gotta go through. We gotta go through. Here we go. This is my Canva crap. Um, who on here? Uh, honestly, I know
Athena
we
and
would like
Adrian.
Jackie and them to go, but they're not gonna go. I
Well,
would like
no, but Jackie is the only one trying to give us something.
exactly. It'd be boring without her.
Yes.
Like these two, Karina and Paul, should have went from last week, and these two should have went from last year. Athena and Adrian.
Not last year.
Last fucking year. And the only two that I had hope for in this season, I heard that she was feeling more for him than he was feeling for her. He never told her that he loved her, and they broke up. I think it's after the
Oof.
show, after the season ends, they broke up.
Oof.
He ditches her.
Wow.
And Paul and Karina are done. So she was just there for the check.
Right. So, spoiler alert. Based on what I've seen on social media, no one from this season makes it.
Well, that's not a surprise. Wait, not even Ree and Jeff?
Oh, I forgot about them that quick.
Well, they are
they
boring, but so were Cam and Jules. They were boring.
No, Cam and Jules were not. Cam and Jules weren't boring because Jules would insert herself and no one would say a damn thing to her when she said it. And Cam, he was speaking when he had to. They weren't just in the deep minor mess. They were like the voices of reason,
You know
but
what
they
it
weren't.
was? They tried to drag them in the mess, but they would outmaneuver the young pups.
That's true. That's true.
hmm
I'm
Because
gonna have to
remember, they
rewatch that
started
season.
turning on them saying, "Oh, you're so perfect. You're so perfect." But they were working on their actual relationship and trying to
Right.
they were having conflicts with regards to family, future, babies, all of this, like even where they were going to live. They were having the
Exactly.
real relationship conversations, whereas the rest of them trapsy people was sitting down there worried about what they was going to wear, how they good their tits was going to look, and who they was going to sleep with next, and how many clicks and likes they was going to get.
Exactly.
Karina and Paul go to therapy, but we ain't never seen they therapist. We
Nope.
ain't never seen they therapist. Or not even they therapist, his therapist, because apparently she don't need none. And Lauren and Clint, if you not gonna participate, leave. I would have tossed them out if they didn't come to dinner.
Right. They should have immediately been sent home.
I can't wait to give Lauren a double X. But anyway,
That was
this was
it. It was
the episode. This was the episode. Um, next week we'll have episodes 25 through 28.
yes.
So hopefully it'll get better next week. I mean, we're way past the halfway mark. Way too many people are on here. If they would just get rid of women, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, we need to get rid of at least 3. I would like to get this down because on my list I don't even have TJ and Beth. I don't have Clint and Lauren, and I don't have Veronica and Elliot.
Mm,
I didn't bother to add the intruders, so it's way too many people on here.
agreed.
So okay, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Um, Tracy, try not to get in trouble this weekend. Okay? Join us back here next week, Thursday and Friday, where we will talk about the next upcoming 4 episodes of this Trash Box show. Jamal, any final thoughts?
No, everyone have a great time. And then next week, I think I'm gonna try to take notes on these episodes so I don't mix them up. So I'll do better next week.
Jamal, I really don't know how you do these shows without notes.
I normally I can pull from memory, but the way the editing is really good on this show. But when I watched them back to back, I confused the episodes, so I need to start making notes.
Okay. All right, guys, enjoy your weekend. And until next week. Oh, thank you to all the new subscribers. And leave your comments below on what you thought of this week's major argument. Um, let me see. Okay, that's it. Yes, Jamal, until next time.
Of course.
All right, y'all. Bye.